Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're looking at food not just as, basic calories, but as literal power-ups. We're talking about actual cheat codes that can permanently boost your cognitive stats. We're going to dive into the fascinating science of how specific nutrients trigger immediate, almost anime-style mental effects, sparking those neural connections and really lighting up your brain's overall performance. Let's turn nutritional science into a strategy to upgrade your brain.
So what if that memory lag and brain fog you're dealing with aren't intelligence issues at all, but literally just an unoptimized item loadout? Seriously, think about it. So many of us constantly deal with these annoying status ailments, right? We can't focus, we forget where we put our keys, or we hit that brutal 2 p.m. wall of mental exhaustion. It's so easy to just think, well, my brain is just slowing down. But listen, your base intelligence is completely fine. You don't have a hardware problem, you have a fuel problem. The items you currently have equipped in your daily diet are just giving you the wrong stats. To put this into perspective, your brain is the single most energy-hungry organ in your entire body. Even though it's relatively small, it is constantly draining 20% of your daily stamina bar. It consumes a fifth of everything you eat, and what you feed it absolutely dictates how well it thinks, remembers, and performs under pressure. If you're feeding it low-level junk-tier items, well, you're going to get laggy, glitchy performance.
Okay, let's jump right into phase 1, unlocking the core stats with fatty fish and eggs. 60%, that is the actual percentage of your brain that is made up of pure fat. Crazy, right? And the absolute most important type of fat it needs to build its architecture is omega-3. So this is where our first cheat code comes in. Fatty fish. We're talking salmon, sardines, mackerel, and tuna. The science shows that people who regularly equip fatty fish in their diet physically build more gray matter. That's the actual tissue responsible for memory, incredibly fast decision-making, and emotional regulation. Imagine it like expanding your base mana pool. Without enough omega-3s, you're leaving yourself wide open to massive debuffs like depression, brain fog, and accelerated cognitive decline. You want to aim for 2 servings a week to keep your primary stats maxed out, or honestly, just equip a high-quality fish oil supplement as a solid alternative.
Moving on to our next core item, we've got choline. It's a vital nutrient your brain uses to produce acetylcholine, which is the primary neurotransmitter regulating mood and memory. And where exactly do you find this incredibly rare-sounding nutrient? Actually, in one of the most common items in the game, eggs. Eggs are so severely underrated. Eating 2 to 3 eggs a day unlocks high amounts of choline, which is directly linked to better memory performance. Plus, eggs come with this awesome passive buff of B vitamins, specifically B6, B12, and folate. These vitamins effectively slow physical brain shrinkage and reduce homocysteine, a compound that's deeply linked to dementia. So 2 to 3 eggs a day is just an absolute no-brainer for early game and late game stat building.
Moving right along to phase 2, equipping antioxidant shields. Let's look at blueberries and turmeric. There is some incredible research out of Harvard that found women who regularly consumed blueberries literally delayed their brain aging by up to 2.5 years compared to a normal diet. 2.5 years. Blueberries are absolutely packed with antioxidants called flavonoids. You can think of flavonoids as a magical shield that completely deflects inflammation and oxidative stress. Those are the 2 biggest enemies that degrade your brain over time. Just a handful a day improves the communication speed between your brain cells, almost like upgrading your neural fiber optics, and actively preserves your memory. Next up is BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor. This is a super powerful compound that physically triggers the growth of brand new brain cells. And the ultimate cheat code to unlock it? Turmeric. Specifically, it's the active compound inside turmeric called curcumin. Curcumin is frankly overpowered. It literally crosses the blood-brain barrier, which is kind of like bypassing the final boss's security system, to directly boost your BDNF levels. It fights oxidative damage, reduces neuroinflammation, and has shown highly promising results in stalling the progression of Alzheimer's. You can mix it into your food, blend it into some more milk, or just take a supplement. It's an essential protective buff you definitely want equipped.
Now for my personal favorite, phase 3, mana potions for focus. Let's talk about green tea and dark chocolate.
Look, there is a massive difference between your regular cup of coffee and a master-crafted potion. Caffeine alone gives you alertness, for sure, but it usually comes with a jittery anxiety debuff and an inevitable brutal crash later on. The cheat code here is green tea. Green tea has caffeine, but it perfectly pairs it with L-theanine. L-theanine is a calming agent. When you combine them, they create this synergistic combo that neuroscientists actually call calm alertness. You get a glowing, focused, relaxed, and clear thinking state without the anxiety and literally zero crash. And as a bonus passive effect, the antioxidants in green tea continuously shield your brain against Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. 1 to 2 cups a day is honestly your perfect daily mana potion.
70%. You've got to remember this number because it's the absolute minimum cacao threshold for brain buffs. We are talking about dark chocolate. I hate to break it to you, but milk chocolate and standard candy bars are total dud items. They offer zero stats. But dark chocolate, 70% or higher, is packed with flavonoids, a little bit of caffeine, and tons of antioxidants. Consuming just a few squares a day immediately increases blood flow to the brain and physically spikes your serotonin and dopamine levels. It literally makes you happier and sharpens your attention span.
Almost there. Phase 4, the final power-up, nuts and seeds. A simple handful of mixed nuts is a tactical advantage you can literally eat anywhere. First, we have walnuts. It's definitely no coincidence that a shelled walnut visually looks exactly like a tiny human brain. They are uniquely loaded with DHA, a specific type of omega-3 that aggressively protects your cognitive function. Next up, pumpkin seeds. These are basically mineral multi-tools, packed with zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, which are all vital for keeping your nerves signaling fast and responsive. Finally, almonds and sunflower seeds round out the mix by providing incredible maintenance buffs for those neural pathways. Grab a small handful daily to lock in these stats.
All right, let's bring it all together for Phase 5, building your ultimate loadout.
Here are the straightforward, actionable steps you need to equip these 7 foods right now. Step 1. Brew yourself 1 to 2 cups of green tea for that calm, crash-free focus. 2. Swap out the junk food and snack on a handful of blueberries and mixed nuts to throw up your antioxidant shields and mineral buffs. 3. Eat 2 to 3 eggs daily to maximize that choline and keep your memory sharp. And 4. Eat 2 servings of fatty fish a week or take a high-quality fish oil to keep your brain's gray matter thick and healthy. Add a little turmeric to your cooking and a square of dark chocolate for dessert, and boom, you are fully optimized. The best part of all this? No expensive, overhyped supplements are needed. You can find literally all of these right at your local grocery store.
So, I've got to ask, which of these 7 cheat codes are you equipping in your daily loadout first? Are you going to start your morning with the green tea mana potion, or are you going straight for the heavy armor of fatty fish? Pick just one to start with this week, master it, and then add the next. If you want to keep leveling up your life with science-backed upgrades, make sure to return right here for our next explainer. We'll keep breaking down the complex science into the strategies you actually need. Until next time, stay focused and keep optimizing.